Hello, good afternoon. This is Sharon from Everything Beautiful. Today I would like to talk about incest, rape, and the dirty old men in our lives. And you might be wondering, where am I going with this? First, we're going to look and see what is incest. And in layman's term, it is actually when a family member, biological or blood relative, gets involved with another relative. And if it's consensual, absolutely no problem with that. But the problem is when these, um, elderly men sometimes have to be caregivers for these young girls, and also boys, tend to want to molest or sexually abuse these children. Children were not asked to be born. They are our first priority, and it is our responsibility to ensure that they're fed, clean, comfortable, and safe. And so sometimes we have to ask relatives to take care of them, especially our girls and our boys also. And so we leave them in the care of grandpa, uncle, cousins, brothers, uncle-in-laws. You entrust to leave these children, especially girls and sometimes boys, in the care of relatives. Your children are naive. They are humble. Very few kids or very few children are really aggressive. They are humble, they are quiet, and they also respect the adults that are around them, especially the male figures. And they realize that you are mom and you respect grandpa, you respect uncle, or whatever it is. And so when the lion comes to attack, they don't know what to do. And they will not come and tell you. They're sometimes very young, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever age it is. So as I said before, we entrust to leave our children, girls most of the times, in the care of these relatives. And they are not armed with weapons. They don't know what to do when they are attacked by the lion. And what I do mean, when grandpa, when uncle or somebody comes to touch them, they don't know what to do. They're confused. They don't know what is right. They don't know what is wrong. They don't know if this is normal. And so they might just lie there. It is in within us to prepare our children for the challenges that they will face in life. And that's a challenge that children don't ask for. You have these men and they're just, watching you. They are the perpetrators. You are not watching them. You trust them to leave your children with them. And they're watching you all the time, because they know that it is wrong. The child is not prepared for it. What do you need to do? You need to empower your child. You need to prepare your child. And you're saying probably, Sharon, how can I do this? Well, a lot of times we hide things from our children. We shut them down. We say you talk too much, or you're too this, or you're too that. Your child should be able to come to you with anything happened to your child. Your child should be able to come and say, Mom or Dad, this happened to me. A lot of children get pregnant for uncle, get pregnant for even grandpa, get pregnant for brother, get pregnant for sister. And this has been going on for years and years and years, and it still continues, and nobody is doing anything about it. And I had that experience. My mom would always protect me, but the perpetrator was always watching, and I was not armed, I was not empowered with any weapon as to how to defend myself. Fortunately, I was not 6, I was not 3 or 4, I was 12. So when they came onto me, I shunned them, I pushed them away. I said no. But what about the child that is so innocent that doesn't have a voice? And so having that experience, when my niece came to live with me at 3 years old, I was ready to kill anyone that would ever dare to try to attack her. And so I prepared her. Her mom prepared her. Her grandma, which is my sister, prepared her. But she was going to be living with me for a while. And I had men around. And thank God they never molested her. They were like her real dad, two men in particular. And I say kudos to them. But what we did, or what I did, I said to her, look, no one is supposed to touch your vagina except me, grandma, or your mom. If anything like this happens, come and tell me. Thank God, as I said before, it never happened. So I'm just going to give you a few tools to empower your child from an early age, whether it be 2 or 3. Now, number one is no one is allowed to kiss you on your lips. No one is allowed to touch you on your breast. No one is allowed to touch you on your vagina, or pull down your underwear. No one is supposed to touch you on your butt. And once you tell your child this, you also tell him, if anyone tries to do that, you should kick them, you should scream and say, Mommy said. That will keep the lion away. That will keep the lion away. And if people are nearby and really hear something like that happening, they will come to the child's rescue. But as I said before, these children are naive, they're humble, they're quiet, they're respecting adults that are set over them, adults that are also caregivers, because sometimes mom and dad, or mom, who most of the time is the primary caregiver, is gone off to work or to do some chores. So please, let us prepare our children, especially our girls. I know it's happening to boys also. Let us empower them to defend themselves when the lion attacks. As I said before, my mother was protecting me at all times. I was very quiet, I was very humble, and I was not an aggressive person like my sisters. And so I am the one that they always come on to. And I can remember someone said I shouldn't talk about this, but I'm going to talk about it, because if we do not speak, it's going to continue and continue. And from this video, if we can save 100 girls and boys from this video, let us do it. Because when my uncle came down from England for my grandma's funeral, and I was about 12 or 13, you know what happened? My mom, I always have like cold, like bronchitis cold that could easily be turned into pneumonia, asthma, or something like that. And so I remember my mom took me to sleep with her. And I think my mom was in the middle and she was snoring. And that man put his hand across and was putting his hand in my pant, in my underwear. I was so shy. This is an uncle from England and mom speaks of him so well. And here he is now trying to molest me. And I can't do anything. I can't scream and kick. I don't know what to do. I'm confused. What about a child who is younger? But I could push away his hand, you know? So that's why I'm telling you, it will work. And let me go over it again. Step 1, tell your child no one should kiss them on their lip, touch them on their breast, touch them on their vagina, and touch them on their butt. It is wrong, and you should kick and scream if that happens immediately, and tell them, I am going to tell mommy, or I am going to tell daddy. Another thing is that we tend to, when I was going to school, I remember when teacher spoke about vagina and penis, some girls would just put their hand on their mouth, or the boys, and they would laugh. What is wrong with that? That's your private parts. You were born with it. It is important. And another thing we do, we give our private parts all different types of names. Veggie, cushy, kunt, teely. No, that's not in the dictionary. Say vagina, say penis. You were born with this. You do not call your eye your nose or your mouth. You say your eye. So let them know to appreciate, respect, and adore this special part of their body. Let them know it is important and no one should touch them there. In the beginning, I mentioned three subjects. I said incest, rape, and the dirty old man around us. So today I've dealt with incest, and in the next video I will speak about rape, which is also my experience. I hope you learned something from this video, and as I said before, I also hope that you will empower your children, your girls and your boys to protect themselves whenever the lion comes. So thank you for watching, and this is Sharon from Everything Beautiful. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I could have continued with this video, and I'm wondering if I should do a part 2 because there are other things that I really want to talk about. Incest, you know, it's a very broad subject, and I don't think it can really be done in just 10 or 12 minutes, so I might do a part 2, but I'll catch you in the next video, and thank you for watching.